Hi ladies, I miss everybody. So I thought it'd be fun to read 10 Big Toes and a Princess Nose. Okay, I know we love this book. It's about Miss Eggink. It's about a princess with big feet. Okay. There once was a princess so lovely and fair, with ruby red lips and a mane of brown hair. Her voice was like honey, her smile soft and sweet. But the beautiful princess had gigantic feet. Again, Miss Eggink, gigantic feet. Her feet were so large that each prince who dropped by ran straight for the door. They would not even try to find out how charming a princess can be, for her gigantic feet were the first thing they'd see. But there was hope, for the princess's mom was a clever old girl who would say to her, "Hun," her mother would sing me this rhyme every night just before she would kiss me and turn out the light. I am what I am, and that's all right with me. I don't have to be different. I just have to be. I don't want to be somebody else. No siree. I am what I am, and that's all right with me. Now far away, in a fanciful yarn, lived a young prince with a nose like a barn. The prince loved to laugh. He was bright like the sun. He was warm. He was kind. He was charming and fun. But maidens rebuffed him. They'd look at his beak. They say, "Oops, gotta run," before he could speak. They never found out how much fun he could be, for a gigantic nose was all they could see. But still there was hope, for the prince had a dad who was clever and wise and would say to him, "Lad, my father would sing me a rhyme every night just before he would kiss me and turn out the light. I am what I am, and that's all right with me. I don't have to be different. I just have to be. I don't want to be somebody else. No siree. I am what I am, and that's all right with me." One day, while the princess was skiing in France, His Wonderful Highness just happened to glance at the beautiful girl who glided with ease down the slopes of the Alps. She was not wearing skis. The princess, meanwhile, saw the prince all aglow. His scarf was so big that his nose didn't show. They met on a ski lift that whizzed high above, and then bells started ringing and choirs were singing. And the princess and the prince fell deeply in love. Look at your feet. The prince was enthralled by her princessy smile, her beautiful voice, and her princessy style. The princess laughed hard at his highness's wit. She enjoyed a good joke. The young prince was a hit. But when the night deepened, the ski hill had closed. The prince knew he had to reveal his big nose. It was time for the princess, lovely and fair, to reveal that she didn't have skis way down there. The prince shook with fear. There was sweat on his brow. To win the fair princess, he'd have to act now. He thought of the words that his father had said, and he slowly unraveled the scarf from his head. And oh, he was happy, so happy was he, when he looked at the princess, and all he could see were two shining eyes and a smile that was sweet, and a pair of humongous, unprincess-like feet. Oh my God, my favorite part. He stared at her toes. She stared at his nose. They laughed and they giggled, and then he proposed. They rode to his castle for crumpets and tea. They both were as happy could be. So if one fine day you should happen to meet a guy with a schnoz and a gal with big feet, don't jump to conclusions. Try not to be mean. for you might have bumped into a king and a queen. The end.